Okay, everyone, welcome back to Deemer's Dominion. Again, I am Deemer, and today we are continuing our saga with the Transformers 1 figures. And in this episode, this one's very near and dear to me because it is a Blokees episode, and I love Blokees. I can't tell you how much I love Blokees, and I have a personal story behind Blokees, actually, that has nothing to do with the company per se itself. However, in 2023, I did have a big reason to undergo surgery, and it was a big surgery. And it started out as this is a tough one. It started out as just a normal hernia surgery. And there's only two people that know this outside of my doctors. And during the hernia surgery, they ended up having discovered a rather large mass. And it turned out that that large mass happened to be cancer. So as you can imagine, somebody unexpected, not on the radar, to undergo one surgery, thinking that, oh, it's just, normal surgery, hernia repair. Turning out, having discovered it was a much longer surgery than expected, because it turned out that they had found a huge mass, and when they sent it away to be tested, it turned out to be a rare type of cancer, a liposarcoma type of cancer. And it hit me pretty hard after the fact. I decided not to tell anyone other than a couple people in my life that are very close to me. And I guess now everybody will know that watches this that I've been being treated for this ever since. I am well currently. They did end up removing everything. And so I'm very blessed and thankful. But at the time, it hit me really hard. And right after that, I decided to get away with my family. And as part of that getaway, secluding ourselves up in the mountains for a while, I had asked my daughter, I had seen some things called Blokees online. I thought they were cute. I asked her what she thought of them. And she had the biggest smile on her face, and she goes, Baba, I had just been watching like these advertisements for them online and people talking about them. And she was hoping that at some point she could ask me if she could get some. So when I heard her response, I ended up going to whatever site I could find. And I searched for them until I got to the Blokees website, and I literally went to the Transformer section and ordered one of everything they had available. Now this is towards the fourth quarter of 2023. So everything that was in stock that they had, I decided to order because I knew I was going to go on this getaway. In the cabin, in the woods, in the mountains, and I figured take my mind off things and give me something fun to do with my daughter, and just put my mind at ease and hopefully walk me back into the gracious side of life. And remember, and not that I've ever forgotten, but it's always good to have reminders for ourselves why we continue to get up every day, and why we continue to strive every day, and why we continue to love every day and cherish every day, even though, and I'm talking just for me, and I know many of us do this, but I'll just specify myself that we take many things for granted as we've lived long enough to do so. And not granted in a negative way, some maybe in a negative way, but for me personally, I'm talking just on my personal events, that because we get so occupied with life, we forget to step away for a moment and listen to the birds sing outside and listen to the rainfall and take that breath of fresh air outside and do something that isn't in our routine that we're so just accustomed to doing. So this was breaking my routine. This was an option to spend more time with my daughter and have fun.
I will speak up. So, okay, Jazz got shot by a Decepticon, so Ratchet came in through his, those bridges. I forgot what they're called.
Space Bridge.
No, Space Bridge is for space. There's another one. And then so Ratchet came in to help while fighting off the Decepticons. Skywarp is trying to pounce on Ironhide, while Thundercracker is saying, "Help me, Decepticons," but Ironhide's saying, "Nuh-uh." So, but then, Prowl, right. Prowl saying, "I got you, Ironhide," shoots off Skywarp. And then, the Blue Streak is over here trying to help Optimus with his fight with Megatron with their normal quarrel every day. And then Megatron shoots Optimus, he gets out the way. Optimus saves Blue Streak with his Energon Axe.
That's a lot of detail.
Yeah.
Follow us on episode 2. What happens next?
Called Killer 1.
And we've been having a literal blast ever since then. We did so many of these at the cabin and even tried to engage, my wife, her mom, into helping us, and my wife, throwing her hands up saying, this isn't my wheelhouse. And I said, well, this is kind of the point. It's, not anybody's wheelhouse for this kind of stuff that we normally do. So let's all just dive in and have some fun. And that was the point, is having fun together. And so Blokees for me will always, always, always represent that moment for me, that sliver of my life that brought us all together in the cabin in the woods and taking my mind away and being grateful and thankful for everything that I have and everything I've been through. And despite that news and information that hit me hard, every time I see the Blokees logo, I smile and I'm thankful. And it's always become that tying remembrance for me. But hey, enough about me. Let's get into the deep dive, and hope you appreciated that story and the takeaways, but let's get to building. Okay, so we're going to start off with Optimus Prime. We will put our buddy Megatron to the side for a moment. We'll come back to you, buddy, don't worry. And we will do this guy. What a beautiful box. We didn't talk about the box, did we? This is a close-up of the Optimus Prime Blokees box. Look how gorgeous that is. I mean, look at that. That art is great. The colors are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. There's always pieces. He is approximately 10.59 centimeters, the Autobot leader. Go ahead and read all of that. And here we go. Classic class number 11. Love that. Okay. I'm excited. I am genuinely excited. I will not be defeated by the box. I will not be defeated by the box. There we go. And that is everything inside this beautiful box. Let's see what we got. Weapons. It's like some plates. It's like the main parts. More main parts. C2. A2. And here we have the base. Here we have, please read the instructions before using this product. This is something that makes my girls allergic. Instructions. Anything with instructions is a big no-no in my family. By family, I mean the girls. Just says it can be triggered for the lighting. by shaking the body, and the front and rear directions are the most sensitive. Please unplug the PET spacer before first usage. And you can replace the batteries, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Love that. Here we have the colored illustration book with a nice shot of Mr. Optimus Prime, character profile, and the basics. And he is put together. After you build all the little pieces, this beautiful color books. I love it. It tells you here all the pieces that are included and how they recommend to set him up, but he is your toy, so you do what you want. And in case you're wondering, it does take a typical watch battery, the CR927 3-volt. Voltage does matter here. First, we'll start with these guys, I guess. And you can see lovely. Okay, so I'll put things in order here. A2, B1, it's a nice red sheen. F1, not to be confused with F1 Racing. Oh, you can see the different face plates. That's cool. And this guy looked like he escaped from right here. F2 is the reminder here, and C2. I don't know if that's paint or part of the plastic. I think that's just part of the plastic, right? My favorite, always, the Matrix. Got some fun colors in this one. A1, the head piece. E1, oh, funky plastic. I love the clear plastic. I know people always have a problem with clear plastic, but I actually love them. And C1, the crotch. Fun bits, the torso that lights up. And this is the PET part that they're talking. You pop it out to get ready for the battery light. And that is where you unscrew to change the battery if need be. Here we have part of his blaster, his ion cannon. We also have the beautiful Energon axe and some these little Energon icicles. Now, let's get to the fun stuff. Starting with the head. A2 part 1. I just snap them off. I've never had anything break on me. E1, number 2. And it comes out easy peasy. This goes like facing this. Do be careful, they are small pieces. So I believe that will go in like that. So you need 1 and 3. As you can see, they're labeled here, 1 and 3. Make sure everything slots in the way it should slot in. It's keyed in, so it only goes in one way. That way you tighten it up, push it in, it should all line up. Do the same for the other side. See how this tab here falls into this slot here, and then this peg will go into that hole. That's how you key it in, so everything lines up nice and easy. And there you go. D1, well, you get to choose which one do you want. Let's go ahead and do the masked Prime. Order of operation matters. D1 is first, and you can see that there is a kind of a peg right there in the center, which goes into that slot there in the center. And then the eyes just pop through like that. This will be the last part of A1, and we'll just grab this top piece here. And that will be the top of the head. Line the peg in the hole. And here we have the head of Optimus. So B1 number 4 is this one. This is the right arm. Like that. So that's C2 number 8. I know people use like the cutters and stuff, and you know, that's smart, but it just comes off nice. And I think we can all guess where this is going to. Pegs, holes, line them up, and pop them in like that. So we get F2 and 10, and that would be right here. F1, number 7 is this. And how this is going to work is there's going to be a joint, peg and hole, goes in one way. There we go. Okay, so now we have articulation. It's going to be bendy. C2, number 3, and number 10. Number 3 is right here, and then number 10, this one. As you can see, there is a rectangular peg on top and a circular hole, so you can't mess that up. And those just tab in nice. And then here we have the thick part on top and part on the bottom. These are 2 holes that will just peg in like that. F1, number 4. This one is F2 and number 2. F1, we're going to start out with it in this position, hollow, and be facing towards you all. The hollow part here is going to also face out, and then this will slide in here. Like that. Okay. So now we have this articulation going on. And they do snap in and stay in pretty nice. I'm going to slide this in here. See these 2 pegs on either side. Those pegs are going to slide into those 2 little slots on the bottom there. All right, so you have nice articulation going on for the shoulder, in and out, up and down. All right, I like where this is going. B1, number 2, which is going to be this one. All right, and you're going to position it so it looks like this. The curved part out to the bottom, and you can see there's a peg here. It's going to go into that slot on the bottom. There you go. So now we've covered that and have it ready for the body, and put it in like this so that the larger armor piece is facing outwards. Oh, love that snap. There we go. So we have the elbow. You can already see it's a nice 90-degree bend. And then you've got shoulder rock. Cool. The instructions say you can either pop in the hand, one of the hands, or you can pop in the energon axe to the hand. Since the energon axe is already loose, let's just take a quick and dirty look. You see this hole for the peg? That's just going to snap in like that. Pretty neat, huh? All right. Oh, and also this one twists all the way around too. So you get a lot of articulation from this movement here. Very cool. Very cool. And of course, this will go all over. Pretty neat. Okay. I dig it. I get excited. I don't know about you guys, but as I see things progress, I do get excited about these things. All right. Now, we're going to do the same thing with the left arm. I'll build the left arm and then come back. Okay, and so we got the left arm built. You can see same articulation, everything going on. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to put one of his hands on here. So we are going to use A2 number 4. And here is the hand up close. And none of these hands are articulating. And we just pop that in the same way we popped in the energon axe on the other hand. So you do have nice in and out, a little bit up and down motion, and then of course all kinds of twisties here. So that way we can hold the gun in this hand. Okay. And we will need D, 3 and 4. It's these 2. 3 and 4. They come out quite easy. And okay, so the long part will go on top of the blaster with this part facing the back side. And that will just see the little slots inside the grooves there. That's where each one of these tabs will go. This tab will go to the front slot, that tab will go to the top slot. All right. And we'll do the same thing on the bottom where this groove goes to the back. His blaster. Nice. Oh, there we go. There we go. How's that look, everyone? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This should be F1 number 11, which is this one. Man, I love Blokees. Everything is just so straightforward, easy. I love it. Number 2. And this comes in through here. So if this is facing this way, this yellow piece, it should angle down like that. And that will slide in to this rectangular opening here. Like that. Oh, peekaboo. Part 1, which is quite obvious which part it's going to be, is hollow at the moment, but we're going to need E1 part 3, which is this itty bitty little piece right here. Okay, so be careful when we take this out. So we turn it around, you can see that there is a notch side in the matrix. See at the bottom there where my thumbnail is? That's a notch side, so this little piece can only go in one way. Let's see if I can make that a little bit better. Can you see the notch on the bottom there in between my fingers? Pops in nicely. See how it's notched in nice? And here we have the matrix of leadership. Oh, okay. Here. Like that. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Yeah, baby. Here's B1 and number 7. And B1 number 7. Peg, and this peg should slot into the holes next to the matrix. Okay. Good. Like that. Okay, and so before you put the torso part, this is the part where I take this part out before we get stuck anywhere. You can see it has a little Hasbro faces forward, and that will snap in to the chest part here, like that. And we'll set that aside because we need to build the back of that. F1 number 10, this is the back. These will be the ball joints for the arms. Number 5 is this one. B1 number 5, these 2 pegs on the bottom here. Okay, they will slot into these 2 pegs like this. These 2 holes, sorry. Easier said than done on camera. And they just snap in like that. Now we take this whole unit and we will align them here so that all the holes and the pegs match up. Okay, so we're going to take this clear little plastic peg and we are going to pop that in to the top here. Okay, like that. B1 number 8. And there's only one left on E1 here. As you can see on the top, it's slotted. And here at the top, we have the pegs on either side. Line up the pegs, line up the holes. And then you just snap in nice. And that looks nice. The last part on our B1. This has 2 little pegs here, and we have the 2 holes on either side on the inside here, there, and there, and that is where we're going to slot this piece in and pop it in like that. And then we have the ability to open and close here. I'm going to turn it around so the matrix faces away from us. There's 4 holes here. And there are 4 pegs here. And those are the ones we're going to line up together and snap in. So that we have this like that. Pretty neat, pretty neat, pretty neat. Cool beans. All right, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. C2 and number 13. And this backside will go into this backside. See where they line up? Pegs and 2 holes. And that will just slide on in there like that. There's the back now. And that is the torso complete. All right. So now we are going to do the crotch. We need F19, which is this one, and F210, sorry, F211. F211, this one. And we are going to pair them up so that this is the top and this is the bottom, because these are going to be his hip joints here. And you can see that the pegs are direction specific for the holes, and we're going to line those up as well like that. Okay, cool. Then we're going to get the plates on for his crotch. So C210, sorry, C21. C21, it's the last one on C1. C11, if I can talk. Okay, and that'll be the front plate here. 2 holes, 2 pegs. Like that. And now we will need C2 number 4, which is this bottom corner one on the left. And that'll go on the back side here. 4 pegs. I'm going to use the bottom 2 holes, and we're going to marry them up like that. So we have a nice structure there. C211 and 12 are these 2 parts. And this will be faced like this for this side. And you can see the extended pegs on either side, and they will slot into these sides here. Some articulation there. So that's in good. And we're going to do the same for the other side. Once again, line up the holes and the slots, and it doesn't take much effort to get them in there. Now we have the hip skirts. And now, what we are going to do are the right leg first, then the left leg. F11, easy to find. I'm going to be for the right leg. And F24, F24. These are hole size specific. You can see the orientation. Lower hole, higher hole. And those will come together like this. So this is going to be the bottom of the leg. F2 and 8 is this one. And that's going to go like that. A2, 3. This faces this. And the thick part is going to face like that. And you can see that there's a ball joint here. The knee there. Cool. Okay. A212 is this one, and 11 is this one. As we have 2 pegs, 2 holes. Slide in like that. So that's what you look like here. And we'll do the same on the other side. Before we do that, this knee part here goes into this hole here. And then peg that back in. Like that. Pretty neat. So now we have a knee joint. Pretty good articulation there. All right, so that goes for the right leg there. And we will need A2 and A26 and C26. First, we're going to do C26 because there is an order of operation here. C26. C26 will go first. And that will slide on there beautifully. Looking good so far. Looking good so far. And then we will need A26, which is this part here. And that will go on top of that. 2 holes, 2 pegs on the top and on the bottom. And squeezy, squeezy to get everything nice and tight.
That's what she said.
So now we're going to need F1 number 5, which is this one. C2 number 17 and 14. This is 17 and 14 is this one here. 17 is going to go on the front like this into this ball socket. Pop. And then this one with the open slot side will go towards the top and ball and socket there like that. Make this part and then pop that in like that. So now you see you have a nice twisty and bendy. Look at that bend. Nice bend. Nice bend. And I like how this plate tucks in there. Oh, that's smart. That is smart. I love that. Okay. And now we're going to do the foot. F2 number 6. And we are going to need A2 number 9. We'll see how this is going to go. And that just slides in like that. Cool beans. None of that articulates. None of that articulates. But then we pop that in here, push everything down, but then you get all kinds of articulation there. Okay. Not bad. Ankle bend. Tilts up and down. Now we're going to do the same for the other leg. Okay, and here we have the other leg complete. And everything operational, functional, and same. Everything else. Lovely. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, cool. So now, guess what? All right, so the only thing that we have left now on these sprues are the hands and the other face mask. So we'll go ahead and just pop those all off and put them to the side. And that is everything we have left there. And now we can start building Mr. Optimus Prime. We will go ahead and, according to the instructions, we will do it in that order. Nice. Nice 360. Not too much up and down. Not too much side to side. It's kind of a shame that there isn't more. That's not too bad, I guess. Okay, so that's 1 and 2, and now the arms. And there you go. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. You got all kinds of, and then that comes up, so it can go out like that. Not too shabby. Oh, Blokees, I love you. You make me emotional, but I love you. And the same for the other arm. Look at that.
I am the great cornholio.
Pretty freaking cool. Pretty damn cool. Okay. And then we will get this part in, and those just slide in there. Nice snap. Oh, so we have a nice 360 here as well. No ab crunch, but I mean, this is Blokees. Pretty cool. Okay, so that's going to be our little album child, it looks like. Alright. And nice snap. Alright, here we go. Okay, and there is Mr. Optimus Prime. Take a look.
From Cybertron streets to the Milky Way skies, roll out, rise up, let the fire ignite. Roll out, rise up, Autobots unite. We light the darkest hour, we bring the fight. From Cybertron streets to the Milky Way skies, roll out, rise.
Beautiful figure. Beautiful figure. Lots of articulation. I mean, lots of articulation as we saw with the arms. I like how that moves out of the way by itself. So you can take that up like that. Nice butterfly again, in and out. That's a beautiful butterfly. And you can take this arm all the way in. Look at that. Look at that pose. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Optimus Prime. Beautiful articulation. Look at that. In and out. Wow. Okay. And of course, 90-degree bend at the elbow. No articulating fingers like we talked about. We already did his head. 360, very little up and down. No ab crunch, but he does have a complete 360 at the waist. And he can split really well. Can kick up pretty high. Okay. All the way back. All kinds of twisties over here. You can twist and shout.
Come on, baby, let's do the twist. Come on, baby.
Last thing to do is build the base. And we've got the Blokees base. And these can slide in like this. And they can slide in like that. So however you want, you can do. And then you can also peg these in anywhere you like. And you can see he has the holes on the bottom. And there's the 4 larger pegs there. So you can literally, if you want him stable, onto your base. And you can peg him in however you want. Pretty neat, huh? Okay, so what are my thoughts on this guy? Well, I love him. 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 I love how he feels. Let me take him off his base for a moment and look at him. Beautifully done. Let me see if I can get the lights here for a moment. And as you can see, his light is on. It was on. You can see that his matrix glows, his eyes glow. Very cool, very cool. What's not to love? Really, what's not to love? Isn't he beautiful? Very cool. So as always, how does he feel? Well, I mean, he is a light figure. There is nothing metal on him. So right size your expectations. Beautiful details all over. And for the plastic, not having any metal, he feels nice. He feels sturdy. Other than this piece that keeps popping out, that's okay. I can glue that back on. I'm not bothered by it. I'm not mad at it. But look at the details. Look at the effort Blokees continues to give us and puts in wonderful. He looks great. He really does. Great details, great feel for a plastic figure. You know, he's not super light, but he's not heavy. I love that his guns are light, you know, for being a plastic figure, obviously. Other than that left skirt, that hip skirt, nothing's broken, nothing's fallen apart other than that. I love this gimmick too, by the way, we forgot. You know, you can pop that out and he can hold it. Just beautiful. I love this figure. I love this figure. I love this figure. I love this figure. Okay, shall we do Megatron? So what I'm going to do with Megatron basically is I am going to build him. Now you've seen the first build. I'm just going to build him so that we can compare them too. See how they look side by side. All right, I'll be back. Okay, everyone, and before I build Megatron, I just wanted to show you this beautiful box again. Beautiful artwork. I love Blokees boxes. Oh my goodness. I feel like half their budget goes into these beautiful boxes. Really, truly. And maybe the glue on like their small boxes, the impossible boxes. My goodness. Talk about a challenge. So here we have what it includes: exclusive weapons and accessories. You can see the Transformers 1 weapons here. He looks beautiful. 20 points of articulation. Really, really cool. And of course, the same thing with Optimus Prime. Shows you the bio, quick bio here, what he's going to look like, the pieces. And so when that light hits those eyes, it looks like it's glowing. Such a beautiful box. Makes it look metallic. Ooh-wee. I don't know what to say, honestly. Like, Blokees. Look at his eyes and chest here. Ooh-wee. Look at that, how the light hits it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. That's what I want to show you before I start building. Okay, everyone, welcome back. This is Megatron / D16. Now, very similar in the way the build is with Optimus Prime. You do have, I think, a couple main differences. Okay, you do have all the same general articulation. Now the hands, you know, they have a little give here, so you can, a little bit of slap action going on. There's very, very little to none up and down movement, as you can see. All right, so you won't be doing much with that hand. Has a lot less in and out, but he does have the 360. So there's that. He does have a good 90-ish rebend, yeah. There. And he does have the full 360 at the elbow. It does have a also nice butterfly joint, as you can see. Very nice butterfly joint. He still can bring his arm all the way over, which is nice. It's about as far as it'll go. The arms, I can't get it to go more than that. Okay, but these are nice to get out of the way. All the same articulation on this side as well. As far as the waist level, he has a full 360, which is good. The head, also a little more maybe up and down than Optimus there, but also 360-ish. Yeah, 360 at the head. A pretty good split. Does have a twist, obviously, at the knee. 360. A little bit of ankle, but then he has this cool thing where this go up so he gets a really good toe bend.
Autobots inferior.
And then that can also just lock the foot there in place. No waist bend, but he does, I mean, with his flexibility, he can move pretty good in there like that. So kind of does serve a decent purpose. Can't look up much at all. And what I do really like, one of the biggest differences between him and Optimus is how these hip skirts are put on. This is actually a ball socket, a second ball socket in there, as you can see. And that works much better to keep them on than the way that they made Optimus with those little dinky ball socket joints there. Now, a couple of things here, pretty neat. If you wanted to put his gun in his hand, you could. The one that goes on his arm over here. Do know that once you put it on his arm, it's got like 2 pegs, 2 holes. If you do intend on taking it out, once you peg it in, it is very difficult to take out. So I would say just keep it in there as designed by the good designers from the movie. And he does look really nice. The other cool gimmick about this is this chest plate comes off like this to reveal his cog. And that cog lights up with his eyes. So you can see both his eyes and the cog do light up, which is pretty funky. I like that. That's pretty neat. That's super neat. Super duper neat. Okay, so that's that, and then this can just easily just pop back in if you want him in full Megatron mode. Now, so the other difference between these two are that Megatron only comes with one face sculpt, one head, no other weapons. He doesn't have his D16 cannon. And so those are the compromises, right? You have to remember these are $15 for this. He feels great, by the way. These all really feel great. Much better shoulder pad design than competitors as far as staying in. And posability, like I said, he has about 20 points of articulation according to the manual. And if you want to pose him like the movie, would have been neat if that had a light up gimmick, that light gimmick, but I mean, we're just nitpicking at that point.
Megatron reigns, bow to them all. Energon minds, we taking control. Decepticons rise, dominance the goal. Grind their gears, make this spark spray. Prime's leadership crumbles.
Okay, so that's Meg's D16 Megatron. Very cool. I mean, look at the details up close. Very good details up close. You can see he looks pretty authentic to the movie for a $15 toy. Now, I don't know where all you viewers are, but I'll tell you something here where I am. A lot of these classic class figures will go on sale a lot on Walmart, and they come down to like $5.99. That's a hell of a deal for $5.99. For $5.99, you can get almost 3 of these classic class figures. That is a steal in today's world. Literally a steal. The only other options that Megatron comes with, honestly, are the different hands, right? He has got the other closing fist, the other open fist. C'est tout, mon ami. That's literally it. No other additional accessories for this guy. So Megatron has 2 sets of hands and the 2 guns, the gimmick with the chest and the cog and the light up eyeballs. Here we have a matrix that can come out. It lights up, the eyes light up. We do have his ion cannon, his blaster. We do have his energon axe. And then we also have a couple sets of hands. We have the open hand and the closed hand as well, like Megatron. That's pretty neat. That's really neat. I do like these guys. And, you know, these diorama things, they can click together however you like them, play with them however you like them. I think they're fun. These guys are fun. For the price, these guys are amazing. I love Blokees. Like I told you early on in this video, I do have a very emotional connection to Blokees because of also what I told you early with my health and the surgery and stuff like that. It's like every time I go through these and I have a moment, it just harkens back. Yeah, so aside from that emotional connection and the fun and joy I have building it with my daughter, and sometimes my wife. We kind of force her. You know, we kind of guilt trip her into building one. You know, like the sets, we get the box sets, and they come with either 6 or 9 or 12 or however many, depending on the type of set. And we always try to get her to do at least one, and they're a lot of fun. I pretty much have everything that they've put out as far as what's available in the United States and some things that are not available in the United States, and even ventured out to the new Jurassic Park and Batman and Star Wars lines, which excited about those as well. So here we have them, ladies and gentlemen, friends and members and subscribers and new viewers alike. I do thank you for your time. If you guys have any questions, if you have any comments, drop them in the comment section. Let me know. I'm happy to answer whatever, whoever. If you have any special requests, let me know. This was setting up for a special request by one of the subscribers, and that video, you know who you are, my friend, is coming after this one. So once again, not much to nitpick about, especially at the price point. They look good, they feel good, they play well. This is my only gripe, my nitpick on Optimus Prime that keeps popping off, really. There's not much else, you know? I mean, I do wish they maybe start doing a little bit more with the hands, giving us a little bit more freedom to play. But you know what? They've come a long way from where they started to where they are today, and the different lines that they're putting out. Oh my goodness, Blokees, I love you. I feel like every time you guys put something out, it's a love letter just for me, and I love you guys for it. I know it's not just for me, but it feels like it, and that's another part of what makes things special. So there you have it, folks. Once again, I'm Deemer. That's my wrap. Stay young, stay fun. Peace out.